What's up, guys? I am Tyler Hosley, and this week I learned I am incredibly attracted to Jersey women.
Is that not Joyzy women?
It is Joyzy women.
It is, but I was like, I'm terrible with accents. I don't want to offend half the population of New Jersey, so
I
Just
mean,
leave it to me.
like we haven't before.
it's true.
I mean, we said terrible things about Bruce Springsteen. They're going to kill us.
It's true.
I'm Kevin Matthews, Scottish film fan living in England, and even before I found out that Craig would miss out this week, and he had a pick. We watched his pick, but we will discuss his pick later. I somehow managed to do some homework this week relating to Tyler's choice. Good God.
I'm Dave Gray, and this week I learned nothing, honestly. Like I thought I'd learned something deep and interesting this week, and no, that was a fucking lie. And this is Raiders of the Podcast. Yeah. I did. Do you know what I did learn though? Do you know what they learn about in elementary school history classes now?
Is this going to give me rage, Dave?
No, maybe.
Okay.
A little known band from Liverpool called the Beatles.
Oh, that's right.
While we were snowed in, my niece went, "Who the fuck are the Beatles?" So we watched A Hard Day's Night, and A Hard Day's Night is fucking great. It's one of the best music, mockumentary music films ever made. It's up there with Spinal Tap. It's Spinal Tap, Hard Day's Night, maybe A Mighty Wind. I mean, like top two. Help's really good too. Anyway, Hard Day's Night is great. The kid enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Mr. Can we have our ball back? I watched. So I went in and I had a small thing I had to take care of medically, and while I was laid up, I decided to watch the documentary about Melania, and it is what's a good way to it's shit. It is absolute vapid shit. Not only is she is a nothing, she is not a human being. She has nothing going on at all. She is the most vapid, vacuous bag of wind I have ever been forced to spend 2 hours watching. It's terrible. It's awful. And there's no reason for it. It is propaganda, but like, okay, many women have been maligned through history for centuries. And two that spring to mind are Lucrezia Borgia, who her big sin was being the daughter of the first Spanish pope and smart enough to run things herself, and Marie Antoinette, who is a cripplingly shy little backwoods girl forced into a terrible position during a revolution. And I'm not saying she didn't deserve to lose her head because she was the queen during a terrible time and a terrible things happened to the people. Not saying that. I'm just saying she didn't do the let them eat cake. She's not the terrible, tyrant that they made her out to be in the centuries after her death. But do you know who is? Melania. Like, you can straight up hear her saying let them eat cake throughout the whole fucking thing. Well, the economy crashes and everything is shit. Brett Ratner made this glowing ass-sucking thing about a horrible person who isn't worth the time you spend with her. It's just so desperate to kiss her ass, but there's no there. And like, I wish she was a more interesting person. I wish she was evil, but she's not. She's just nothing. And it sucks.
Wait, Ratner made that movie?
Yeah, Brett Ratner produced and directed it.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
That's him now.
Yeah, and the last movie I watched this week was the 2023 South Korean vigilante action, I guess, comedy, Brave Citizen. And I really like the lead, Shin Hae-sun. She's really good. Like, she is all charm and wit and gorgeous, and she's excellent. The movie sucks though, because this besides her, it's terribly written. It's lazily made. The fights are boring as hell, and the lead is played by Lee Jun Young, and he is fucking atrocious. I don't know why Korean stuff refuses to hire good villains, but they keep hiring these boy band guys who didn't get a single fucking acting lesson to play like crazy, awful, tough guys, and they didn't even do the bare minimum of their fucking fight choreography lessons. He's atrocious, and he drags the whole thing down to a degree that it makes it barely watchable. And it's a shame. It's a shame because again, Shin Hae-sun is great and deserves better. If you want to watch something better with her on it, she's on Mr. Queen, which I think is streaming on Netflix for those of us in the UK and the US. It's a much better series with her that uses her better. You should watch that. And that was me.
I have questions, Dave, and I'm not
I have answers.
expecting you to answer them, but maybe. So for this Melania doc, right now,
Yeah.
I'm not, in principle, it's not out with the realms of possibility for a first lady to have a documentary made about her. In principle, I'm just like, right, that can happen, but the way they've seemingly, I don't know if they courted Brett Ratner or if once he was making the documentary, they were trying to be extra nice and give him extra brownie points because obviously Trump wants the next Rush Hour movie, right? That's going on. I'm not even on about all the shady shit with people murdered in the street and
Brett
killed.
Ratner is full on. He is 100% MAGA. I mean, his last movie was the atrocious Chuck Norris versus Communism.
I mean, he's right there. He's been Me Too'd, and now his Me Too pal is president. But with that, and then I saw the clip today of Nicki Minaj happily with her $1 million is it a citizenship visa card with Trump's face on it. And then I know, hopefully, as far as I'm aware, it's not a legally binding thing, but they do have Trump's name all over the front of the Kennedy Center now.
They do, yes.
Donald J. Trump Kennedy Center. So
yes.
Of those things, over your way, over the way with you and Tyler, has nobody picked up on those to be like, yeah, we can actually tell him that's a no.
I mean, you'd think they would by now.
Sorry.
But
yeah.
No. My senator helped write a bill to stop presidents from willy-nilly naming things after themselves, but it's the absolutely most meaningless thing ever. So, I mean, folks have gone, you probably shouldn't do that, but nobody's actually sat him down and said, no, sit in the corner. And I don't know why. I have literally I have no ability to explain to you why.
I have majorly disagreed with a number of your presidents. I've agreed with some more than others. I've liked some, and then horrible shit has come to light later. I'm like, oh, I like them as president, but I have probably within my own limitations. It has always seemed to be quite a respected position, and now it's basically some market trader has got the job and is making everything they can. As I say, I'm not even going near the devastatingly bad shit with people living in terror and just being murdered on the streets, but just these market trader level shenanigans. You would think every time someone says something and mentions that, he's got to be upset when that doesn't happen. I'm like, have you been watching current events unfold? Nobody has put a stop to anything.
No one's going to do anything. And like they keep talking about it. We'll do it this time, but like, besides a handful of judges being like, dude, that's not legal. No, yeah, they don't. I mean, like they haven't actually renamed the Department of Defense to the Department of War, but everybody's now referring to it as the Department of War. They put Nazi slogans on like their what was it? Who
It was
was it? It
like the
was
speaker podium
yeah,
for
the speaker
um,
podium. They had more than once. They've had different racist slogans on it. Nobody says shit. I mean, people say shit, but like not the people that matter.
yeah,
Like the people
it's
say shit, but not not the people that can actually do anything. I mean, hopefully in November that changes, but
I
we'll
mean, there
see.
was a small window of time where I would see Melania and think, well, she's trying to keep a low profile,
No,
but she's there, and that's
she
it. And that window of time went, I was like, yeah, all the shit he's doing, so standing beside him and
she was
smiling just makes you as bad.
she was making a movie about how totally boring and useless she is, and she
Right.
is.
Right, movie chat for those who fast forwarded the last couple of minutes.
And you know that's reasonable.
Now I can't remember the timing of my viewings yet again, so I apologize. Did I talk on the show last week about Die My Love?
No,
Nope.
Right.
no, you did
So
not.
so it's important to mention this. Tyler really liked this.
Yes, it was
Uh,
my favorite movie of last year.
and I didn't really like it. I liked it. It is for me probably my least favorite Lynn Ramsey film, but it does, I would say, have possibly the best performance yet from Jennifer Lawrence. It's a really properly great performance. I think she's asked to carry a lot of scenes, and Robert Pattinson's very good as well. But it is all about Lawrence. I just felt that it it didn't really. I don't know. It didn't manage to sort of put the pins in the right place, if you like. Ramsey has covered similar-ish material before, although I know there was a sort of different core, and we need to talk about Kevin, but she's certainly been in similar territory. She's also been in similar territory with films that have had moments of blurring reality and fantasy, which is something I loved, actually, and you were never really here. But this actually didn't it just didn't work for me because of those things. I think the similarities to some of her other work are maybe reasons why she was hesitant to initially do it. I think her instincts were right in the first place. Um, Maybe someone else would have come at us from a different angle. Who knows? But for me, I just think it's her weakest film yet. And I, I mean, that's a high bar because I've loved pretty much everything else she's done. So I was surprised that this one didn't quite work for me. But as I say, that's not to take away anything from the performance from Jennifer Lawrence, and I was even pleasantly surprised. I didn't actually realize Sissy Spacek and Nick Nolte were in small supporting roles, so that was really good. Did you like it for the kind of aesthetic, Tyler? Was it the performances? Was it everything together? I forgot what you'd said about it.
Oh, I love the aesthetic, the performances. Just yeah, that movie just really worked for me on just another level. I thought it really handled the postpartum stuff really well too. I really love the way that Ramsey handled that. But yeah, I thought it was fantastic, dude. Jennifer Lawrence, I've always liked Lawrence.
Hmm.
Liked almost every performance she's done from Winter's Bone on. But man, yeah, this is my favorite performance from her. She's incredible. And Pattinson is great in this. He's so good, so good. But yeah, I was actually surprised to see Nick Nolte in this. I didn't even know he was in this. But yeah, he
Yeah.
was good, and Sissy Spacek was good. Yeah, I loved it. But definitely my favorite from Ramsey. But I would say a close second would be what's the Joaquin Phoenix one? How am I fucking
You
forgetting
were
the title?
never really here.
Yes, that's probably a close second. But
I do, you know, I do think it does well at showing the sort of the real clouds that come over with the postpartum depression, to to put it mildly. But
Mhm.
again, I think it was, for me, that was kind of undermined by the jumping around and the bits that went, is this real? Did this really happen? What's
Yeah,
going on here? Because I think if it was actually more straightforward in those moments, or strangely enough, if it leaned more into blurring everything like it had been put in a blender, I think one of those approaches might have worked better for me. But for me, it was slightly undercut by that approach, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, totally agree. I've always generally liked Lawrence as well, but this is definitely, yeah, I would say it's her best work yet. Really, really good stuff. Um, Completely different. I watched Zootopia 2. I'm old enough to remember when Zootopia was called Zootropolis, or vice versa. It's just, you know, one of them things. Zootopia 2 is enjoyable and fun and colourful and entertaining and amusing. You know what it isn't? It isn't necessarily the film you would think of as the undisputed box office king of animated movies. What? I mean,
Yeah, China gave
that's
it like
just
a
timing.
bajillion
That is,
dollars.
was it all the money from China
Like a
that made
good
big
chunk of
bucks
it.
there?
Something like
Oh,
half of it. Yeah, like a shit ton of it came from China.
like, I enjoyed it. I would recommend it to those who enjoyed the first film. I'd recommend it to those with, younger viewers who would have fun with it if they're at the right age range. But there was not one part of it where I thought
Seven
this this should be crowned the almighty animated blockbuster box office king ever.
700 million of its box office came just from China.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It crushed Avatar in China. Like crushed it.
Wow. I watched Jay Kelly on Netflix. I mean, that's just quite tedious. Did either of you watch Jay Kelly yet?
No, because it sounded quite tedious.
Yeah. And it's a shame again because I really like George Clooney. I like Adam Sandler in a variety of movie roles. Um, there's there's some better way to do this, and maybe it is hampered by the fact that it is George Clooney in the lead role, perhaps because a lot of the film is, oh, I had to make some sacrifices, but I made these movies that make people happy. You're like, oh, poor George Clooney. But you continue to look amazing in that white linen suit, which I could never wear in case I had to pee, and then worried that one drop would be on it permanently for the whole evening, and just enjoy your coffee machine in the corner without spilling a drop of that either. Okay, Mr. Clooney, I'll just sit here in my adult Pampers, so I can wear light colours on an evening. Sorry, I think maybe I'm projecting slightly there, but you get the drift.
Do I? I think I totally lost it there, but okay.
I watched a weird little film on Shudder called The Severed Son. Just watched that yesterday. Reviewed it on my blog today. Um, yeah, decent little British folk horror. Have either of you two seen this one?
Nope.
Oh, I was surprised. I thought it was the kind of little title on there that might catch your eye. If it is
It
on there in
would be,
your
but
territory.
I got rid of Shutter for a little while to get
Ah,
the subscription from Vinegar Syndrome, which you
fair
guys will
enough.
regret.
Yeah, it's decent. Like the person that made this, Dean Puckett, was the writer director, and he's made a number of shorts and documentaries before this. but I believe this is his first narrative feature. And I mean, I don't mean this to sound like I'm deriding it or anything. It feels like a first narrative feature, and that it's well made. He's got a good cast in place. Um, things in it are good, but because it is generally familiar folk horror stuff in a way, there's a woman in an isolated religious community after her abusive husband is murder, death, killed. There are rumors aplenty, and her father is the pastor, so he's wanting to help his daughter, but by help, that means get her to stay in line and also get her a new husband. And there could be something that is around the village that may be, ready to murder, death, kill others, or is maybe just being seen by people who could be prone to visions. That is it. But I did find enough in this to like. It had occasional moments of impressive imagery, just kind of flashing moments that would crop up, and the performances really help. The problem it has is that it doesn't really feel as if it's covering any new ground or doing anything particularly unique, but it does what it is doing well. I would be tempted to recommend it to Tyler, but I don't know if there's enough sort of grit and grot in it. I watched The Rip because it was there. And I wanted to watch The Rip because Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are in it. I'd forgotten it was written and directed by Joe Carnahan. And I quite enjoyed it. I quite enjoyed the twists and turns in this thing, even though it was pretty predictable. It was satisfyingly so. I liked how the twists and turns were presented more than kind of what they are. I liked the fact that Scott Adkins is in this, and I didn't actually put two and two together until the end. That was Scott Adkins. It was only when his accent was a bit wobblier in the end I was like, oh yeah, that's Scott Adkins. Not in an action kick everyone in the face role. Just a more standard supporting role. Kel Chandler's in this. Stephen Yeun, who's got a decent part and is great to see him. Tiana Taylor continues to be doing good work now. I think she's been getting some better roles recently, so that's great. But I mean, the thing about The Rip is it is horrible to look at. It's like someone decided to melt down gunmetal into celluloid and then drag that through the mud. That is the visual palette you're dealing with. And that's not good. I get it. I get what he was going for, but someone should have had more meetings about getting a certain style on film and still having it not look. I mean, I think the best word is fugly. It was a fugly film. You wouldn't be rushing to watch The Rip? Like, I know Tyler has more sex worker films to watch, and
I
Dave's
watched
just like Matt
I
Damon
watched
and
The
Ben
Rip.
Affleck. No, did you?
I watched The Rip. I did. I thought
Yeah.
I honestly I thought it was Carnahan's best since Narc, which will forever be his masterpiece. Now, I
I
want to say I
also
love
watched The Rip, and I disagree with Tyler.
I want to say I
Yeah.
love I want to say I love Smoking Aces, but that viewing of Smoking Aces, I have a story with this. I went and saw that in the theater because I was really excited for that because I love Narc and Smoking Aces looked amazing. But
Yep.
it was a really busy theater, and the guy behind me threw up on my shoulders, and I I had to watch like 45 minutes of Smoking Aces with puke on my shoulders, so I decided I had to leave because I couldn't take it anymore. So I still never finished Smoking Aces. So one day I will finish that. But yeah, but I
Wow.
loved. I really thought The Rip was good. But Narc will forever be his masterpiece.
I hated The Rip, so you know. But I've disliked most of Joe Carnahan's films. Everything is
I've
real.
enjoyed most of them, but yeah, he's definitely. I think he's not working at the level he used to work
I just
at.
I just find them very dull and try hard. Like I think they're okay on paper. I just think someone better should make them. I hated The Gray with like a deep burning passion.
Did you
That
like
is
Oh
one of
Narc,
yeah,
the
Dave?
most whiny man pain films I've ever seen. You could set your watch to what they do in that movie, and
Did
that's
you like
all his movies.
Did you like Narc, Dave, or no?
No, no,
No.
none of them do anything interesting. He does the most paint by numbers crap. You know what? I think The Fourth Kind might have been the one movie of his I didn't hate. I don't even think he directed that. I think he just produced that one.
oh yeah, I doesn't ring about the fourth kind, the one with Mila Jovovich, the weird
Yeah.
alien one.
Yeah, the weird alien movie. I think he's a producer on that one. I think that's the only movie he's involved in that I didn't hate outright.
My entire review for the Rip, because I spent a while. I've written it up. It's going on my blog tomorrow. But I should have just put Joe Carnahan directed a movie called The Grey, and it was less grey than this movie. That's what I should have said for the Rip. I only remembered that while you guys mentioned The Grey. Damn it! And last but not least, even though he has wild opinions, I love her Tyler, and sometimes I try and make the tiniest effort if it doesn't hurt me too much. So I watched the short film of Ponyboi, short
Ace.
film that was then turned into a feature, and I'm glad I did. It was it was a decent little short. It has a moment that kind of pops up in a slightly different way in the feature, and we'll get to that later.
It is a good short.
It is very good.
That's me. Sorry.
So I know Dave saw this too, but he didn't mention it. He will now. But I went to the theater and I saw Return to Silent Hill.
Oh
Uh,
shit, I forgot all like I told you I saw that too before. Man,
yes, you
like
did.
not even 5 minutes, just right out of my head.
Um, I am alone sitting on an island playing with my pyramid head figure here. But I liked it. It's not perfect, but for me it cherry picked enough from Silent Hill 2 to make me happy while I was watching it. I wish it would have ended 5 minutes before it did, but I did enjoy it overall. Now, I'm kind of biased because I do think, and now Dave will disagree here too. I think the original Silent Hill movie from 2006 is one of the best video game adaptations of all time. I fucking love that movie. So I was happy to see Gans back. I don't think it's as good as that one, but I liked it better than Revelations, which I also don't hate. So I just like Silent Hill. But I did like Return to Silent Hill, and I seem to be the only one who does. So Dave,
Yeah,
you hated that one, right?
I did. I think Gann
Yeah.
shouldn't be allowed to make a movie again, and I think the guy that played James shouldn't be allowed to act ever. Like maybe, okay, you know what? They can both do like local dinner theater, but besides that, they should never, ever, ever work again.
He was like the video game version of Jared Padalecki. He looked just like him.
God damn it! Now that you say that, I see it.
He looks exactly like Jared Padalecki. I just kept waiting for fucking Sam and Dean to just come on screen and fight ghosts. I was just waiting for it. I watched The Rip, but you already heard that. I liked it. And besides that, I watched all 8 episodes of Gregor Rocky's Now Apocalypse again. Uh, I fucking love this show. It's like the ultimate Gregor Rocky, just magnum opus of everything you love about Gregor Rocky movies. Yeah, so if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's really good. It's free on Tubi and all kinds of other places. So, and that's me.
This week, we watched the 1976 the American crime drama written and directed by Eileen May, Mikey, and Nicky, and the 2024 American thriller film directed by Esteban Arango, Ponyboi. Hey, Kevin,
Yes.
would you like to pick a movie and tell us about it?
Sure, yeah, I will pick. Well, I'll pick Craig's film, Mikey and Nicky. So, right, as you said, is directed by Elaine May. Now, Nicky is played by John Cassavetes, and he is on the run from the mob or some powerful rich people that he's ripped off, apparently. And then he's visited by his friend Mikey, played by Peter Falk, and the film plays out with the two of them going from potential venue to potential venue. Nicky remains paranoid and fearing for his life, quite rightly. Mikey is trying to use a friendship to keep Nicky in certain places and have the night play out a certain way. That's it. This was an odd one. I watched Mikey and Nicky and didn't enjoy it. And then, while I was not enjoying it, I started to. It remained so unenjoyable that I started to be won over by it. I know this sounds quite odd, but like Mikey and Nicky aren't very pleasant characters to spend time with. It's not a very, fun scenario. It's not that kind of movie. It's a character piece with these two leads. It's odd. It's very unpleasant at times, and in really quite unique ways. And I can see why this, like, I read about the production of this, about going over budget, about the cuts and the things that happened, and Elaine May being pretty is vilified the right word, or does vilified mean praised? Vilified.
Vilified.
Yeah. Because of this. But I can also see why it's been reappraised by many and held up as quite a gem from the 70s. I don't think I'm ever going to be a full-on big fan of this. I didn't like it as I would other movies that I might put in this bracket, including, funnily enough, a number of films directed by Cassavetes. But I mean, the scenes with him and Folk just having their conversations, whether they're circular conversations, where they start to go off in different tangents, they're great. The two of them are just captivating, like, character actors in shining lead roles for their talent, and that really draws you in, because that is something not seen often. Then you get Ned Beatty in a supporting role being quite just effortlessly ominous and a bit terrifying. And for me, you get an absolutely stunning performance by an actress named Carol Grace, who played Nellie. And then I looked through her filmography, and there's about 3 or 4 roles on there. Two of which are main film roles. One was uncredited, and one was some episode of Alfred Hitchcock Presents, and this was her last film role. Carol Grace in this. It was the scene with her in it is, I think, the most uncomfortable I've been watching a scene in what you would deem as a straightforward drama / thriller in a long time. Like, this film wasn't one where I was expecting any sudden bursts of violence. It would be too much for me to stomach. It wasn't one where there were too many other characters coming in that I thought might get everything more complicated and seriously icky. It was just, it was Mikey and Nicky, and then Carol Grace is there as Nellie, and that was really difficult to watch. The way Nicky is with her, and then Mikey, just the way both of them are with her, it's like it's unforgettable, and I cannot deny how powerful that scene and one or two other scenes in this movie are, including the ending, which I thought was amazing. And I read some quote somewhere. It may have been from May herself, or it may have been from someone reviewing the movie, and they were saying about how it it's something to do with how it takes someone brave to actually duck out sometimes, or break the sort of the standard male bonding patterns, or just or turn on someone when they're going down a bad path. I forget the exact wording, I apologize. It was a handy little quote that I should have written down, but it kind of sums up the heart of this film and opened it up for me a little bit more, like a blossoming flower. So I'm still undecided on my final kind of rating and view of Mikey and Nicky, but there's so much in it that will stick with me, and so much that I appreciated, that again, it's just, I mean, it's another feather in the cap for Elaine May, who is someone, I mean, I think we've said this every time we've discussed her work. It's amazing that she's not discussed and celebrated more. Seems to be the case that there's only one big title that people refer to again and again in the negative, when yeah, so much good stuff from her. I I I liked it, but I'm processing. I'm still processing.
I'm gonna let you go, T.
Okay. I like this one so much better than the last Eileen May movie we watched. I didn't love A New Leaf. I think I was the only one that didn't really like it that much. The comedy just didn't really land for me in that movie. But here, she feels like she's doing her best John Cassavetes film impression, and it really works. Definitely my favorite film of hers that I've seen thus far. The whole movie almost feels improvised. Um, in like a good way though, like a dark buddy hangout character study hybrid crime drama thing. It's like The Odd Couple if The Odd Couple were two assholes. Yeah, it's really good. Peter Falk and John Cassavetes are excellent. I mean, just two powerhouse performances by these two guys, and I'm pretty sure both characters were madly in love with each other. They just didn't want to admit it. That's what I took from it. But it's got a great 70s look. It's grainy, it's sweaty, and it's filled with that constant cigarette smoke just filling the air. Just, I love the visuals of this movie. The dialogue is really good. It's a movie where half its running time, it really is just conversations between two men, yet it's always compelling because of the performances. The supporting cast is really good. Like Kevin said, Ned Beatty's really good. The women are really good. This was solid stuff. Like I said, it's definitely my favorite movie I've seen from Elaine May so far. I think I've seen them all. I think I'm not 100%, but I definitely prefer this over like Ishtar or The Heartbreak Kid and The New Leaf. So yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, I prefer New Leaf, but this has the same problem as New Leaf, where the studio took it from her. So this isn't what she'd intended to make, but what we have is pretty fucking great. As they both said, Falk and Cassavetes are brilliant, and their dynamic shines through so strong. And I think without that, this movie wouldn't work. But it's an unflinching look at male relationships, and they're both kind of assholes, and they're both kind of wonderful too. Uh, it's it's a weird look at a weird stage of life where you're kind of you've kind of lost the folks that knew you win, but and how hard you'll hang on to those old things, even if it's toxic for you, even if that person like hurts you all the time. It's pretty fucking great, if I say so. I loved it. I really did. I am really curious what May's cut would have been. Like New Leaf, they cut out just an absolute shit ton. So because like a New Leaf had like 3 extra plot arcs that were just gone. I will point out, Kevin, that Carol Grace was mostly a Broadway actress. She was
Okay.
Like hundreds of Broadway plays. She was also married to Walter Matthau for like 40 years.
Oh, right. No idea. Well, that's yeah. I mean, she was. It was just obvious that she was hugely talented when I was watching her in this. I'm just like, what happened? But I'm
No,
less familiar with the stage performers. I didn't realize she was married to Matto as well.
yeah, she was in a ton of Broadway plays. I mean, for decades. She's one of those ones that's up there like oh, what's his name? He was on Law and Order. I see his face. There's a theater named after him now, and I am brain farting on his name. Uh Jerry Orbach. She's up there
Oh,
with Jerry Orbach for Broadway legends.
good.
So our other film was Ponyboi, a 2024 American thriller, directed by Esteban Arango, written and starring River Gallo. It is about a young intersex sex worker who works at a laundromat with their best friend Angel, and also is pimped by Angel's baby papa Vinny when Lucky, connected man, dies with Angel, or no, sorry, with Ponyboi after smoking some of Vinny's homemade stuff. Uh, he goes on the run, and they go on the run. In the movie they refer to Ponyboi as he a lot, and I'm not sure how everything I've read refers to Gallo as different things. So I'm just going to say they when referring to Gallo, and he when referring to the character Ponyboi, because Ponyboi does refer to themselves as he in the film. Of course, that will change after the movie, what happens in the movie. But anyway, it's fucking excellent. It's really well made. The cast is fantastic. River Gallo's performance is just heartbreaking. There are moments they just like I ugly cried in the last like nonstop for the last like 15-20 minutes of this movie. Uh yeah, Gallo is excellent. Dylan O'Brien as Vinny is solid. It's always good to see Victoria Perdetti pop up. It is really it's really good. I mean, it's excellent, and I'm glad I saw it. It's also actually the first, I believe, it's the first feature to star an intersexed individual. I know the short film was maybe not the first, but one of them. And yeah, no, it's excellent. It's worth everybody's time. It's well shot. It's an interesting and unique story. It's incredibly well written. I mean, it's a hell of a screenplay. And the lead performance is just it is pure gold. It is fantastic. And the fact that more folks didn't go see this last year, I think is just a fucking shame. Gallo's performance is excellent and it deserves to be seen and it deserves better recognition than what it's gotten so far. It's fantastic. It's a really good one, T. Thank you for this one.
Awesome.
Well, if it isn't all rain and tea this week, eh? Yeah, this was pretty good. Pretty good. I admit to being wary going into this one, Tara, not because of it being well within your usual wheelhouse, but what I know of intersex individuals is they have often said, they're uncomfortable being kind of brought up quite often as the main argument against idiots who are like, well, there are only two sexes, because intersex individuals tend to still end up, whether willingly or not, being transitioned to whatever sex is either the one with the dominant traits for themselves, or eventually just the one that they are, feel more drawn towards. So I know that we have covered, I think by now we've covered the whole spectrum of gender and sexuality, and I'm really pleased with the films that we pick to discuss in this range.
I don't know if we've covered all of them, but we've checked off a lot of the boxes, and
A lot. I mean, all right, 80% from Tyler, but I mean, we've done our bit, I think, to
and
make up for the fact
100%
that
of
we're
that
just
80% were sex worker movies.
we've done our bit to make up for the fact that we're just like really bland straight white dudes. So we try. But with intersex individuals particularly, I thought, is this going to be trickier? And as you said, they keep referring to Ponyboi as he, and I wasn't sure if they had a preference themselves. But what happens is you're drawn into the story. Ponyboi is, I it's really, I think, interesting in, like a lot of main characters, in interesting films that are looking more at other people as well. You get the idea that Ponyboi is so many different things to so many different people. A friend to Angel. Victoria Pedretti is really good there. But there is a chance that that friendship can be endangered, uh, you know, viewed with a certain amount of lustiness by Vinny, and then viewed as dangerous by others, viewed as, out of place by quite a few people, viewed just, as a friendly face and someone they enjoy talking to by one or two. Um, so I think that's the nicer element of this, because it doesn't really, I think, do everything in a tick the box list of cliches way. There's such a nice variety of people. Um, and again, when you see things at the start with clients who want a bit of fun time with Ponyboi, you think, oh, is this what it's going to be? All right, this is peak Tyler. This is what it's going to be. But then it starts to twist and turn. Yeah, I really liked River Gallo, and their central performance is great. I hope they get to do a lot more stuff. I know they've been in a variety of shorts and maybe one or two other features, but it would be good if they did more, because they're a great presence. They they just they can carry themselves in quite a variety of ways, depending on how the dynamics of the scene are changing. They can, they just seem really tough and strong and able to get through anything sometimes, and yet in the next moment really vulnerable, and you're like, oh my god, are they going to get through this scene intact? It was great. And Dylan O'Brien as Vinny, I mean, the more I see of Dylan O'Brien and his happiness to go through such a variety of film types and film roles. I just really like him. I really like what he's been doing with his career, which isn't something I would have imagined when I first saw him in. I think I first saw him in The Maze Runner. I know he did stuff before that, but I think that's where I saw him, and I enjoyed him enough in those. But then, he's done films like he's done this. He's in the new Sam Raimi film, which I'm surprised Tyler didn't rush off to see before podcasting this weekend. Because it looks good, T. Are
It
you are
does.
you rushing to see it?
I am going to see it, but I'm seeing it Thursday. But yes, I am
All
seeing
right.
it really soon.
He was Love and Monsters was wonderful. He was great in that. That American Assassin had that wild opening sequence with people getting mown down on the beach by terrorists, and just is a bizarre way to do an action thriller. Like Dylan O'Brien has just been in quite a range. I think he's a very good actor in terms of what he's willing to try and where he's going with his craft. He's maybe not like the greatest actor that ever lived, but I like him and I like the choices he's making, especially when, let's be honest, sort of giving your name to something like this, which wouldn't necessarily be viewed favorably by many of the people that might be trying to get financing from, or just distribution, or whatever goes on behind the scenes. It's not the it's not the easiest film to then package and sell, but it is. It's very worthwhile. It's just really good, and yeah, hopefully more people can see it in the near future. So I agree with Dave. Like this deserves a bigger audience, and I hope to see more from River Gallo in the future. Good choice, T. And
That's
as I said, the short film, I enjoyed it, and it does kind of it's a little snapshot, but it was good to see it, where it's kind of referenced here and used in a very brief way. So I enjoyed the short as well. I think it's about 18, 19 minutes. So yeah, a double whammy of tea goodness this week.
nice. So yeah, I mean, it's a movie about sex workers and a white dude raps. So you know right off the bat, this is gonna be some fucking Tyler flavored shit. But in all seriousness, though, this movie is fucking fantastic. It's a gritty Jersey set, neon lit crime film with an amazing script from River Gallo, who's also, like Dave and Kevin said, they them are the star of the movie. Um, what an incredible fucking performance! I loved Gallo's performance in this so much. Just one of the best performances of last year, and it's a shame that they aren't getting recognition for this. It's just it blows my mind. The script tackles so many themes like identity and self-discovery, trauma, the past, forgiveness, and it's incredibly respectful to the sex worker community and the intersex community, especially since a lot of this was written as River Gallo's experience. But the rest of the cast is also great. That instant romantic chemistry between Gallo and Murray Bartlett was just amazing. That Bruce Springsteen moment in the laundromat is pure, pure gold. That scene genuinely made me fall in love with a fucking Bruce Springsteen song. But just smoldering chemistry between those two. Just wonderful. Dylan O'Brien is great. His character is such a piece of shit, and he plays it so fucking well. I loved him as a villain in this. I've liked him since Teen Wolf. That's a show that I really liked, and he was really good in that. But I think the dude has some serious range. But he's really good in this. Victoria Pedretti is great. I loved her Jersey girl accent. She's absolutely fucking adorable in this movie. The pacing is perfect. It's well shot. Has a great score. Score on this is fantastic. But yeah, this movie is a fucking gem, as you guys said. The last 20 minutes also hit me in the emotional gut like something fierce. It's a goddamn crime this movie is not talked about more. Just please, people, go watch this movie and support River Gallo. Amazing stuff. If you haven't seen it, go watch it right now. Incredible, incredible stuff.
All right, it's time to pick one. I mean, for me, it's Ponyboi.
Yep, Ponyboi.
I feel a bit guilty giving it the sweep against Mikey and Nicky. It somehow feels wrong. But
Does it? I mean, you know.
my instant reaction was I found more that I enjoyed and appreciated in Ponyboi quicker. But yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to Ponyboi. But I think Mikey and Nicky is a grower, not a shower.
I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. Mikey and Nicky is excellent.
Yeah, it's really good.
But like this is the problem. It's an either or question, and
Yeah.
in this case, it's it is how it is. Next week, it's me and Kevin picking. Do you have a movie ready for next week, Kevin?
I do. I don't expect this to go down well with all of you, but I do wish to discuss the movie Rain Man.
Why?
I have my
We had
reasons, Dave.
such a good week, and you're
Dave,
going
I have my
to.
reasons.
I
Trust
mean,
me.
you know,
Do you trust me?
I mean, not now. um, I, I'm gonna go with this. Was actually my favorite new film I saw last year, and it is now streaming. So I'm gonna make you guys watch Dust Bunny.
Nice.
Okay.
Been looking forward to
And
that.
for Tyler's sex worker special, I'm I am so sorry in advance, because not only am I going with sex workers, I'm going with Nazi exploitation, and we're gonna watch Salon Kitty.
Oh, yeah. I approve.
I figured you would, but I also figured it would hurt Kevin just that little bit more. T, since you got the sweep, would you like to give him a celebratory business?
I would love to.
But
We're on.
before you do, T, I
Yep.
will apologize for my I think I'll be about 2 months absent from YouTube. I was going to do something this week. Vicky was in the home office all the time. I get very self-conscious when other people can hear me talking my rambling nonsense. So I am trying to get back there soon, but it's been a while, so I can only apologize. Sorry.
And I can apologize for not putting up a Facebook post, but I have no excuses. I just didn't do it. My bad. But I am going to put up something shortly. We're on Instagram, Raiders_of_the_podcast. We're on Facebook, where I sometimes remember to post stuff on Wednesdays. We have a YouTube channel where you can like, subscribe, and comment and watch Kevin's awesome videos when he makes them. And we have a Discord, we have a Blue Sky, and you can always email us at raidersofthepodcast@gmail.com.
As always, thanks for joining me, guys. Thanks for listening. I'll talk to you next week.
See ya.
Yeah.